Hey everybody, how you doing? Sorry I've been gone for so long on this channel, but thank you so much for sticking with me and for all of the new subscribers recently who have found my channel because you're reading my blog now, or you found me on Instagram, or you stumbled into the planner community. I'm Andrea, also known as Dearest Darling. I'm here with a video after maybe like a year and a half, and I thought I would jump on here to hopefully restart YouTubing because I'd really like to get back into it. I used to do a video per day, but I think I'm gonna be doing something more like maybe a video a week at best. I thought I would jump right into this first video after not being on YouTube for a very long time and just show you a little bit of what I'm doing with planning. If you've been following me on Instagram, you might know that I do planning in a File of Facts Personal, but I've decided actually to try and start doing planning in the Happy Planner Classic size because my daughter, Rainbow Girl, who you might remember from the other videos, she's going to be using the Happy Planner, the kids version. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we have. This is the planner that I have, and I have mostly set up so that I can use it in partnership with my daughter, because she has the Happy Planner Kids version, and this is the classic version. So just like a double page spread here. Here's some stickers that I'm going to be using to do white space planning, or just like functional planning, I guess you could say. These are ones that I just designed and cut the other night. I'll talk about these in a minute, but this is generally what a double page spread might look like. Do something like no white space planning. Well, I guess this is technically isn't no white space planning since there are some blocks of white here, but I have really and truly tried to do this kind of planning, the no white space style. I just can't seem to do it. Like visually, it's too much for my eye to negotiate. I even have tried to do things like functional planning with a rainbow week, meaning every day has a designated color, but it's just not working for me. So this was gonna be the first week in this planner because for this new, the Happy Planner, it starts in July. And after I did this, I laid this out with the hopes that I would be able to go back to the Happy Planner and it would work just fine, but I just can't do this kind of no white space kind of style. So what I do know works for me is something that looks a whole lot more like this. And if you're familiar enough with the style of planning that I do in a File of Facts Personal, what you should see with this is that this is pretty close to what my File of Facts Personal setup looks like. The days are always color-coded with the same color coding pattern, and I use these open kind of bubble looking that are also kind of ombre checklists. I will use, they're not quite half box, I think they're more like a third box. They're a little more than a quarter box, but they're not a half box, but I'll use that. And most recently I've started to do blogging, so I've been using these blogging kind of action checklist boxes. Most all of these stickers that you see here are ones that come from my Etsy shop. I absolutely use the ones that come from my Etsy shop. It's part of the reason why I designed them. I designed them so that I would have something to use that works with my planning style. That's why you kind of see, I guess, the style or the look. The way that I do planning, it does require a certain sort of a cleaner design and look. And I also want to be able to bring my planner with me if I need to. I try and make it just as functional and straightforward as possible. So this is what an actual week is going to look for me for the first week of July. Here's another, like, I tried to kind of skip ahead because technically I can do planning ahead by laying stickers down because I usually know a little bit of what a week's going to look like, but when I compare something like this to something like this is just so much easier for me to feel like I can work with for doing visual planning and blocking out my days and stuff. But this week looks like for the beginning of July, and then I have another one that's already laid out, which is the very beginning of August, because I know what this week is going to look like because I know what my schedule specific is going to be for this week. I can tell you a little bit about that like as we kind of get closer, but for my own purposes of planning and I guess like state of the union for my planner situation, I am stepping back into the Happy Planner for the sole purpose of doing it alongside my daughter so that she can do it with me in her own planner, and she can use what I lay out to help inform what she does in her own kids' happy planner. But this is the style that I'm going to be doing, and it's pretty close to the same as what I do in my Filofax Personal. It's just in the happy planner instead. And honestly, this is something that you could do in an Erin Condren classic planner. You could do this in the Recollections, the Michael's Recollections planner. It's the same sort of layout, and you could do the same sort of color scheme, or you could start out with red if you really want to. I always just like to start out with purple. And the one thing that you might notice is that the headers are really, really skinny for the happy planner. See here, they're really skinny. And I actually designed headers specifically for the happy planner and also for my Filofax Personal, because as far as I've been able to find, I haven't seen any other planner shops that do these extra narrow, like skinny headers so that you can kind of run them across the top of your planner. They're usually the thicker ones that say the to do, to pay, to go, but I just do it strictly for color coding, for visual coding and color coding. And these are, you know, some of the planner stickers that I'm going to end up using. I'm actually not really flying places, but I know people that are. That's why I designed this kind of traveler sampler set. And then this is just completely functional, almost like a full box, and then like a little more than a quarter box, like a third box. And then icons. I've been wanting to do icons for a really long time, so I finally did a little bit of a sampler of functional rainbow icons. And then, because I am trying to get back into YouTube, I did finally make myself some custom YouTube stickers that are similar enough to the blogging stickers that I made. These like kind of action boxes. It's very similar to the YouTube ones. So that's kind of where I am with my planner. So I really hope that you enjoyed this first video back for me. Like I said in the intro, I would love to get back into doing YouTube, and I don't know that I'm going to be able to do a daily video, but I would at least try and like to do a weekly video. I definitely want to do planning videos, but I also am interested in maybe doing some other sorts of videos that I haven't quite figured out what those are going to be, but I don't know, maybe some things like career planning, or even resume design and writing, cover letter writing and things, just because that's something a little bit of what I do professionally. From what I can understand from people in the planner community, or people that I know just in real life, maybe it would be helpful to do a little bit of a tutorial series on how to do something like good practices for resume writing and design and cover letters and things, just because that kind of thing is really hard. I know because I do it professionally. So thank you so much for watching this first video back after a really long time of being away, and I'm gonna try hard, very, very hard, to stay with it and not take such a long unannounced sabbatical the way that I did since my last video. But thank you so much for watching this one. I would love to see you again from my next video. So please subscribe if you have not done that yet. Please follow me on Instagram if you'd like to do that. My name on Instagram is Dearest Darling, just like the name of this channel. And I also have a blog now, dearestdarling.com. So you're welcome to join in on that as well. So that's it for now. I will see you in the next video. Thanks so much for watching this one. Bye.